Hello, my name is Tracy Betteridge, and this is my video training journal. This is my second entry. This is a lunge session with my 4-year-old Andalusian mare, Fina. This is actually recorded on March 1st, which was her 4th birthday. And I just started adding trot work to the lunging that I had been teaching her over the last year. I had done the straightness training mastery course. They have an odd way of lunging, or a different way than what I'm used to. And you start in a very small circle, gradually increase the size of the circle, and that's just done in the walk. And that's basically over the last year what I've done with her. Not really asking a lot and not asking what my feedback was telling me I needed to ask more of her, but I didn't feel she was ready as a 3-year-old. Lunging can be very stressful on the joints. I think that, and also they were wanting me to bring her nose more to the vertical, more of an up higher frame, which I didn't think she was ready for. So I got marked down on that. They also have a weird idea of looking at the horse's body the entire time that you're walking. So they want you to feel in front and look behind. So my circles were all over the place. I got marked down on that. I also feel that, that they want you to very, very gradually increase the size of the circle, like basically an inch at a time. And I think that it has a good idea, but it can be dangerous. The horses, when they're young especially, sometimes are unpredictable and can kick out. And I think it puts you in the danger zone of getting kicked. But, I was in the program, so I was giving it my all. But at this point, I'm ready to move on from that. I do have 4 touchstones left at this point that I prepaid for. I'm done with the program, but I'm going to go ahead and submit those touchstones. One of them I just did was lunging, and I'm still trying to do it in their way, but I'll probably go back to the way that I prefer to lunge, and that's getting the horse out away from me, getting them moving forward. I like them to lower their head, move over their back, and step under, and that's what I'm trying to do here with Fina. She's trying to spiral in toward me, so I'm using the whip at the girth and her butt, telling her to go forward and move out away from me. And then at the same time, I'm wanting her to find her balance, come over her back, and bend in a little bit. So this is what we're working on. I won't do a lot right now. Like I said, this is the first time that she's trotted. So we're also going to be working on voice commands of walk. Right now she knows walk, well, and halt. And so when I went here, I was asking her to go to the trot, or to the walk from the trot, and she halted. So I had to give a little tap behind and say no, no. And while I'm giving the cues with a whip and my body language, I'm also using my verbal commands so that she learns those. And there, I got caught up in the lunge line. That's dangerous, so I need to make sure that I'm more aware of where my lunge line is, because you don't want to get caught up in that. That's a very dangerous thing that I need to work on. Be more aware of what's happening with the slack in my lunge line. So there we halted. I'm going to change direction now, go the other way. As I said, I'm just gradually, over the last month, I started asking more of her on the walk, in terms of bending around me, walking more forward, and really stepping under herself. And now I started out here with the circle's a little too small. I should have took a few more steps forward. I don't want her pivoting on that front leg, so something for me to work on. So anyway, the straightness training method of starting walking in the circle around me, and then I'm asking her just to I'm pushing her out, like walk away from me, and then a little tap on the butt so that I can get her to spiral out and away from me, and then go into the trot work. So there, I feel like that's a little better there. I really want her coming all the way to the ground if she can, to stretch all the way over her back. And I'm gently asking you to bend away, and then a little more pressure. For the trotting, I'm just asking her to go really forward, and then as she trots, I'll give the voice command to trot, and then just kind of doing this. And then hopefully over the next year, this will get better, where she keeps her head down over her back, stepping forward and under, and gets more impulsion and using her body athletically. So she's just learning this. She's a little up and down in her frame, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect to start. That's nice there. I wouldn't even mind seeing her a little lower. She just gave a little toss of her head. I think I tugged a little too hard on the lead rope, so that's her telling me to back off a little bit. So then I try to be a little softer on my ask. It's a give and take. You got to listen to what your horse is telling you to, and refine your aids. And there I said walk, and then she halted. So I said no, 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 keep walking. So then I'll continue to have her walk on the circle until I give her the halt command, and then eventually it'll all come together, and she'll know all the voice commands for walk, trot, canter. Which then when I go to the ridden work, which we'll start a little bit of this year, I can use those voice commands as I give the cues for the gaits on her back, and then she can pair the voice cues with the cues I'm giving on her back, and then that'll help with her learning to go under saddle. So that's it for my first trot session lunging.